Hope, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tim. How are you today?
I am doing great. How about you?
I am doing fantastic, and as always, looking forward to being on and having a great conversation.
Awesome. We're always looking forward to hearing from you as well and getting some of these good tips, health strategies for the holidays, and who cannot use that.
You know, the holidays are right around the corner. I feel like it was just August, and now it's almost December. And although we can't stop time, we can be smarter about what comes our way, especially around the holidays when there's lots of different foods and sometimes relationships that get under our skin and cause us to maybe not make such great choices. But the good news is there are always things that we can do to better our health, better our mood, our emotions, and improve our relationships.
Yeah, and it's something that you just mentioned that's key as well, because a lot of times we don't think about that, but to some people, the holidays can be not only stressful because of the holidays, but because of something that they're going through or they have been through, or losing a loved one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that can often trigger different responses for us mentally, emotionally, socially, through our eating habits, and we may not even 100% be aware that it's happening. And so as we approach the holidays, whether you're out on the road and maybe you're not going to be home this year, which can be a whole nother thing because you're not home, you're not with your family, and that can definitely cause some challenges and maybe overeating or just feeling more stressed, not sleeping well. But I want to share a couple of things that I think we can all benefit from, holidays or not. But I know for me, I love my family deeply, but sometimes they can get under my skin, and I know then all of a sudden I'm not making the best choices. And so we have a holiday. Okay, we're going to use the fun, make a little acronym out of this this morning here, Tim. Following the word holiday, I have some strategies and tips and techniques for everyone listening today that you can hopefully walk away with and utilize as the holidays are right around the corner. And the first one is H, which is let's create a holiday plan. I actually started doing this myself a couple of years ago. Instead of walking in blind to Thanksgiving or Christmas Eve or New Year's, where one, if you're trying to eat healthier, you've decided to take an inventory and an effort in that, walking into a holiday party, not knowing what's going to be served, not knowing who's going to be there, can often trigger a response that you didn't expect. And the next thing you know, you're completely derailing anything and any progress that you've made. Now, one day of bad eating isn't going to throw everything away, but mentally it often can for us. We can feel like, well, I blew it. So creating a holiday plan can really help you in the long run. And that can include just taking inventory of where are you going? Who's going to be there? Do those people trigger you to make bad decisions like drink too much, eat too much, maybe emotionally spiral? Knowing those things ahead of time can help you become more mentally resilient to the situation that you're going to step into. And with that holiday plan, maybe that includes you bringing a dish to pass. And if you're not a great cook, feel free, go to somewhere like a grocery store or Costco or someone that makes something pre-made that maybe is a little bit healthier so that you have something to eat. If you don't feel like that's an option for you, consider eating a protein-rich snack or meal prior to going to that holiday event, because that's going to curb cravings. That's going to help you manage your mood and emotions better when you have like a good source of protein in you versus carb loading, which can often make us feel hungry quicker, can often feel like we're kind of tipped over with our emotions, especially if it's high sugar content. And that's never going to lead to great decisions. And that's never going to lead to a next morning feeling really great about what just happened. So that holiday plan is key.
Yes, it is. And how many of us have had that feeling that I've blown it? I just blew it.
Yeah, so that is just, again, I know it feels like extra work ahead of time, but just even in your head, just kind of a checkbox of like, okay, here are 3 things I need to make sure I do you're going to be so much happier, so much healthier, and you're going to look back and feel like, you know what, you had a great holiday experience because you came prepared. So that's H. O is optimized posture. So our posture dictates so much about how we have an outlook on life, but also affects our internal health as well. And so good posture, there was a study done that if you sit upright, just have good posture, lift your ribs, your diaphragm up off your belly, draw your shoulders back, bring your head a little higher for just 2 minutes, that you are going to immediately improve serotonin, dopamine to the brain. They call this the power pose. You're going to increase confidence and reduce stress just by sitting more upright and having good posture for 2 minutes. But it also is going to help improve digestion. It's going to improve circulation. And so as a long day of driving or sitting, we start to notice the slump. And that slump then slowly drags our mood down. And as our mood gets dragged down, all of a sudden we start just really feeling bad about ourselves and making not such great choices. And so if you're not quite ready to improve your health yet, you're like, I'm not sure if I really need to do this. Maybe just focus on improving your posture through the holidays. Heck, even today, by just sitting upright. When you're standing around and having a conversation at Thanksgiving, remember posture. Just stand a little bit more upright. Not only are you going to look a little slimmer, but it's going to invoke confidence and help you with all the systems in the body that you don't even know what they're doing. Let them do their thing in a more optimal way.
Absolutely. And that's something that, again, that a lot of times we don't think about that, how much that just standing upright or sitting upright can improve our mental health as well as our physical health as well. Well, we'll get to the L's in just a little bit, but first we're going to pull over and take us a break, and then L will be coming up next with Hope Zavara, and she's giving you health tips on being able to make it through the holiday season. This is the time when we sometimes overly indulge, but she's going to help us out. This is Tim Ridley. You're listening to us on SiriusXM 146. This is Tim Ridley on SiriusXM using the acronym HOLIDAY, and we've gotten the H and the O. Now it's time for the L. Hope, go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. So we're using the acronym HOLIDAY to hopefully find some strategies we can use to improve our health. And the L is engaging in laughter and live music. There is tons of research behind the power of music, particularly different tones, vibrations, frequencies that can improve our mental state. And gosh, Tim, when we're not right in the head, we don't make good decisions with our head. And so if you're feeling a little down during the holidays, especially with the weather starting to change, I live in Wisconsin, and so now we won't see the sun until about May. That dreariness really starts to wear on people. And so utilizing music, the power of music, the power of sound, can really make a dramatic difference in how it is you feel about yourself, about your current situation in life, about other people. And so before you head out to your holiday party this year, pop on some great tunes, dance, laugh, get your body moving. There are also great tracks you can find on YouTube and Spotify. We have some on our website as well that you can use to calm down or stress relief or meditate, some frequency-based that you can use to help improve sleep, help improve delta waves in the brain. All of that is available at a touch of a button at our fingertips nowadays that can really improve our outlook on life and our inward look on ourselves so that we can be the best version of ourselves as we move into the holidays. I have not made great choices in my life at some points, and if I look back and I say, man, I could have been a better version of myself at that holiday party or that family gathering, I would love to go back and change that, but I can't. But I can be better prepared moving forward into whatever comes my way in the future.
Absolutely. So the next letter is I, if I can spell holiday correctly.
Although you're out on the road, and I'm not saying that you're going to go and have an ice bath, but the counterpart to an ice bath is really a cold shower. And cold therapy, specifically cold therapy, there has been a ton of research that even just using cold therapy for 3 minutes can help reduce inflammation and sore muscles and accelerate recovery. And so cold therapy also is great for me when I use it. I don't love it. Like, I hate a cold shower, Tim. Like, that is like just the worst possible thing for me. But I love doing at the end of my shower, I try to do anywhere between 1 and 3 minutes of cold water to really wake me up and make me more present, help bring more energy, keep me more alert. And when I'm feeling dreary and I'm feeling a little kind of just run down, that cold water really can help wake me up and just bring me more into the present moment. And exposure to cold does improve recovery time. So if your body, if you're healing from something or you're dealing with something physically right now, I would encourage you to try cold showers or look into cold therapy. There is such a positive impact on the human body in cell regeneration and just aging that can make a big difference for us. And during the holidays, heck, we can always use just a little step in the right direction, even if it's something new we've never tried.
Yeah, and like you said, many people don't like cold showers or being cold. Period, but it does have some benefits to it, as you just mentioned. So
Yeah.
so D is next. So what do we have for D, Hope?
D is all about vitamin D. We are approaching a time in our yearly cycle where there is less sunlight, depending on where you live. If you live in the Midwest like I do, seasonal affective disorder is very real. So we kind of feel mood changes. We naturally feel more tired and dreary. And so making sure that you're getting adequate vitamin D is really important. Now, always check with your primary care physician. But if you're low in vitamin D, which many of us are, you can be starting out with 1,000 to 2,000 IUs a day of vitamin D. If you're low in vitamin D, that's something that you can get tested. You may even be prescribed more than that. But it's really important if you are taking vitamin D. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, so you want to make sure that you're taking it with some healthy source of fat, because that's going to help it absorb. So something like eating it with like maybe olive oil on your veggies, or a vinegar and olive oil dressing if you're eating a salad, or an avocado, or nuts, a handful of nuts. That's going to help increase absorption. I can't tell you how many people I talk to that are taking vitamins, and one, they're synthetics and they're not high quality, but two, there are certain vitamins that need to be taken a certain way in order for our body to actually absorb and receive the benefits, and vitamin D is one of them. Other, obviously, natural sources is sunshine at first light. And so if you are able to get outside when it's first light, that's going to be one of the best times to get vitamin D, 20 minutes. Why don't you get out and go for an early walk at first light? Now you're double dipping. You're going to get some movement and some exercise, but you're also going to get that vitamin D. But if you notice as you get older or as the seasons change that your mood is affected, and there's really no other reason, it's not the holidays, it's not, any other circumstances, you might be low in vitamin D, and that is really something you might want to look into. And like I said, a simple visit to your primary care doctor, you can get blood work done, or if you're like, you know what, I'm pretty sure this is me, taking vitamin D, just make sure you get a quality source. And remember, take vitamin D with fats so that your body can absorb that vitamin.
And you're right. This time of year, so many people suffer from the winter blues, don't they?
Mm-hmm. And it's so sad, like pun intended, I guess, because you don't have to feel that way. And it's often something that we can't control, especially if regionally you live somewhere. We can't make the sun stay up longer. It's going down at like 4 o'clock by me now, Tim. But I can really make sure I have a holiday plan or a winter plan that includes taking vitamin D so I can be the best version of myself in the best way possible.
Absolutely. And A will be next.
A is adventurous roadside meals. And so my challenge for all of you drivers, I know food is limited on the road. I know that there aren't a lot of options, but I want to encourage you to step outside of your typical, like, this is what I eat because this is what's available. And my challenge for you is try ordering off menu. And what I mean by that is when you go to whatever fast food place is available at the truck stop, or maybe there is a sit down, or maybe you're kind of doing a makeshift meal depending on what's available in the hot case, try ordering off menu. I know it might mentally be a little inconvenient for you, but what I mean by this is if you always order the number 3 with fries and a Coke, maybe consider asking, hey, can I get that as a grilled chicken instead of as a fried chicken? Or can I get that without a bun? Or is there a way for me to swap the French fries for something else? And by ordering off menu, oftentimes fast food places will happily accommodate. You just have to ask. That's going to help you mix things up, get you out of that food eating rut. Sometimes we habitually are just doing the same thing over and over again, and it's not healthy for us. It's not good for us. But also, Tim, we don't even want to be doing it. It's just a habit. And so I want to encourage everybody listening today to be a little bit more adventurous in your meal prep, in your meal planning, in your food eating, and try something different. If you are near a grocery store, stop in and just even get a few healthy items. Even if you've never tried them before, you don't know what they're going to taste like, you have no idea if you're even going to like it, but just that willingness to try something new, to step outside of our routines and our daily habits, mentally can help break a cycle that is leading us in a direction that we, quite frankly, don't even want to go in. And who knows? You might discover that you love something new or like something new, and that can help catapult you in a healthier, happier direction.
All right. And that's something to think about. I've really, we used to do it when my son was real young, and go to McDonald's, instead of getting a fry with his Happy Meal, we'll get apple slices, but really never thought about doing it for myself. So that's a great tip right there. In my case, I generally look forward to the fries, but I'm going to try that sometime, get something to substitute. And then we'll finally get to, let's see, we did A, so Y, right?
Y is, I hope you can guess it, yoga for truckers. Yoga is a great benefit to your health and well-being. Remember, one small, simple stretch is yoga. I always try to encourage the drivers that I work with, the best time for you to sneak that yoga in is right away when you wake up in the morning. And even just a simple arms overhead stretch is going to get you yawning and breathing deeper. A little chest opener, take your arms back behind you and lift the heart is going to help improve mood and curb depression. A little twist of your spine right and left is going to improve digestion and elimination. And so getting your body moving this holiday season, especially after you eat, a 20-minute walk. After you eat, go walk with a loved one. I know that might not be yoga per se, but is going to help improve digestion, is going to help improve your metabolism, which might make room for pie, and then you don't feel so bad because you just went for a walk with the people that you love, outside in the fresh air, breathing, and just experiencing nature. The holidays can be a really happy, fun time, but for some of us, we do need a plan. We need a holiday plan. And it's even just one of the things we talked about this morning can move you in a better direction towards a happier, healthier version of you. I think that is a win.
It certainly is. I think I can squeeze this in real quick. We have a couple of minutes left. This is an email, and he starts off thanking you, Hope, for what you do for us. And he goes on to say that my wife and I both are overweight. We often go on diets together. I'm on the road. She's at home, but she gives up very easily. As you mentioned, I blew it. That's her famous phrase, I blew it. When she blows it and goes back to eating what she wants, I end up blowing it on the road. Can you give me some tips on how to help her not blow it and in turn help me to not blow it as well?
Oh, well, I hear you. The blow it part. That is always just so frustrating. First things first is I want you to remove the word diet. If you look at the word diet, take off the T. What does that mean? Die. Well, instead, I want you to think more along just what are healthy food choices that I can make. Oftentimes, diets have a all or nothing mentality attached to it, which is why you keep cycling back into that direction that your wife and you keep falling into. So if you just remove this idea of a diet and instead start with one healthy food change, like maybe you guys are going to focus on breakfast together, or maybe you're going to say, I'm going to try to eat more fruits, or more vegetables, and focus on one change at a time instead of overhauling every aspect of your diet and health, because then when you do make one slip up, it feels like an all or nothing, like you blew it, and it can become really frustrating. And then none of those good, healthy habits are created, and you just keep in this cycle loop. And there's a part of your subconscious that knows, well, you're just going to blow it again, so we never really ever reach the finish line. So my suggestion for you, pick one small thing to focus on, make it automatic, then keep adding it, and after a couple months, you're going to have a healthy, which means healed, a healthy meal plan that you can be happy of and proud of.
All right. Thank you so much. And you can go to mothertruckeryoga.com to find more information about Hope Zavara and the help that she can offer. Hope, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Have an awesome day.
Thank you.